Husband's best friend demands I be a surrogate for him and his wife because I look like his wife. My husband's best friend Martin cornered me at a BBQ last month while I was grabbing a burger from the grill. He waited until my husband went inside for more drinks, then said, "Tessa and I need to talk to you about something important." I figured it was about planning a surprise party or something. Instead, Martin says his wife can't have kids, and I'm the perfect surrogate candidate because I apparently look exactly like her. Same hair color, same build, same height. He actually said the baby would look more natural if I carried it. I just stood there with ketchup dripping onto my plate, completely speechless. Here's the thing. My husband and I don't want kids. Never have. He got a vasectomy 3 years ago, and I have PCOS anyway, so we're basically double protected. Martin knows this. We've had the conversation at least 4 times, including once where I explicitly said pregnancy sounds like my personal nightmare, but Martin kept pushing. First, he offered $80,000. When I said no, he went to $120,000. Then he tried the emotional route, saying Tessa specifically requested me because seeing me pregnant would help her cope with not being able to carry herself, like I'm some kind of therapeutic tool. I finally told him, absolutely not, this is insane, and walked away to find my husband. I didn't tell my husband right away because I honestly thought it was just Martin having some kind of breakdown, and he'd apologize the next day. Wrong. 2 days later, Tessa showed up at my door at 7 in the morning crying. I opened the door in my pajamas and she immediately hugged me saying, "Thank you so much for considering this." I was so confused. She said Martin told her I agreed to think about it seriously and she wanted to discuss timeline and logistics. I had to break the news that I never agreed to anything, not even to think about it. I told Martin no, multiple times. Tessa's face just crumpled. She sat down on my porch steps and put her head in her hands. Then she said something that made my blood run cold. Martin had already told his entire family I was carrying their baby. His mother had started buying nursery furniture. His sister was planning a baby shower for November. They'd picked out names. Tessa even showed me a Pinterest board Martin made called Our Journey with like 50 pins of baby stuff. I felt sick. I called my husband immediately and he came home from work. Turns out Martin had been telling him for 3 weeks that Tessa and I were discussing surrogacy privately and he didn't want to interfere with girl talk. My husband believed him because they've been best friends since they were 12 years old. He thought I was actually considering it and just needed time to process. We confronted Martin together that night at his house. I've never seen my husband that angry. Martin's defense was that he thought if he just told everyone it was happening, I'd feel too pressured to back out. He said most people can't say no once family expectations are involved. He literally planned to socially manipulate me into getting pregnant. Then Martin said something I'll never forget. He looked at me and said, "You don't even want kids. So what difference does it make if you're pregnant for 9 months? You're wasting perfectly good fertility. Like my body is community property because I'm not using it the way he thinks I should." My husband told Martin to never contact either of us again. We left and I cried in the car for 20 minutes. Not because I felt guilty, but because I felt so violated that someone thought they could just plan out my medical future without permission. The next week, Martin showed up at my husband's office trying to apologize. Security had to escort him out. He sent me 47 text messages in one day, calling me selfish, before I blocked his number. Tessa filed for divorce 6 weeks later. Apparently, this wasn't the first time Martin had made major decisions without consulting her. She moved back to the UK last month. We got coffee before she left, and she apologized for everything. Martin's family kept harassing me on Facebook, asking why I backed out, until my husband threatened legal action. His mother actually commented on one of my posts, saying I ruined her son's marriage and broke Tessa's heart. Last I heard, Martin's family wants their nursery furniture money back, and he's trying to bill us $2,300 for emotional damages.